All right, so this is section 2.2, right? Number 12, two-column proofs. So let's talk about two-column proofs. This is, as I said before, this is sort of a bare bones, minimum sort of two-column proof statement on one side, on the left side, justification on the right side. And what's given are these things. Now, please be careful. These things that are on the given section, all right, they do not have to be proved. They are givens. That means they are assumed to be true at the outset. At the beginning, they are at the onset, I guess. At the beginning, they are assumed to be true, and you can use those in your reasoning. This, what you have to prove is here. Prove that PQ is parallel. The two lines means parallel. So prove that PQ, that is this line right here, is parallel to SR, and also that SR is parallel to XO right here. So that's what we're trying to prove. We're trying to prove that these are all parallel. Okay. So first statement that you should have, some sort, is the fact that we are given that FOX triangle, that's this outside large triangle, is an isosceles triangle. Isosceles, that's how you say that word. And we talked yesterday that some features, important features of isosceles triangles are that the two sides are equal. There's two sides that are equal, and also the opposite angles of those two equal sides are also equal. That's very, very important. So that means that this angle right here, that's the angle X and angle O, are equal to each other. Okay? We know that. Okay. The givens FOX is equal to FRS. Okay, all right. So that is FOX, that's this angle, is also equal to FRS. It's also equal to this angle. You see that? So it's a good idea to sketch out a diagram if you're not given the diagram, to sketch out the diagram. Oops, I should probably move this. If I can, I can't. It's a good idea to sketch out the diagram so that you can kind of see on the diagram what's given, and then you can kind of go from there. I'm a visual guy, so I like to sketch out diagrams. So that's the second given. The third one here, FXO, that's this one, is equal to FPQ. Oh, look at that. So we have all of these angles that I've identified in the diagram as being equal to each other. Okay? So those are all equal. That's part of what's given. That's going to be really handy, isn't it? That's going to be really handy. So what's my first statement here then says this, FOX, angle FOX is equal to angle FXO because we have an isosceles triangle, okay? Now that wasn't given, it was part of this given, so I'm going to say that isosceles triangle property, okay, you can be a little more exact with that, it's from an isosceles triangle property. And so we can establish that these two are equal. Therefore, now I can say that this line, SR, right here, and XO, I can say that they are parallel because corresponding angles are equal if lines are parallel, for parallel lines. So corresponding angles are equal for parallel lines. For parallel lines. And that would be a great justification right there. So if they're equal, like these two are equal, then these two lines are equal. Awesome. Also, PQ, okay, is parallel to XO. So PQ, we'll use this one, PQ is parallel to XO because, again, corresponding angles are equal if the lines are parallel. So corresponding angles are equal, again, for parallel lines. Finally, if we have these two being equal, I should roll that down, and also these two being equal, then the transitive property, you can say finally that SR, that's the middle line, this is getting really messed up here now, but this middle line right here is parallel to PQ. SR is parallel to PQ. That's one of the things that we're trying to prove. So SR is parallel to PQ because of the transitive property. And we actually already proved the second part, SR is parallel to XO. We already proved that up here because corresponding angles are equal for parallel lines. All right, now please don't feel too bad if you're like, boy, this is really tough. I don't get that. It's a little too abstract for me. Don't worry. When I was your age, I remember being your age in grade 10, and I remember two-column proofs. I remember not liking them. So don't feel bad if you're like, this is just way too abstract for me. I don't think I'm going to get a handle on this. You will. The more exposure you have to it, the better it'll be. Okay. So there's the whole proof there. If you have things in slightly different order, that's fine. If your proof is drastically different than this one, you might want to ask me about it later. I'll just take a quick peek, and you may have just more information. That's totally fine. You may have things out of order, and you may not have quite the argument that you should. So if it's drastically different than this, what you've already have, then please let me know a little bit later. I'll come take a quick peek at it. Okay? All right. Awesome.